the notorious outlaw, Jesse James.
Jesse Woodson James was an American outlaw, bank and train robber, guerrilla, and leader of the James Younger Gang. He was raised in the Little Dixie area of western Missouri. James and his family maintained strong Southern sympathies. He and his brother, Frank James, joined pro-Confederate guerrillas known as bushwhackers, operating in Missouri and Kansas during the American Civil War. As followers of William Quantrill and Bloody Bill Anderson, they were accused of committing atrocities against Union soldiers and civilian abolitionists, including the Centralia Massacre in 1864. After the war, as members of various gangs of outlaws, Jesse and Frank robbed banks, stagecoaches, and trains across the Midwest, gaining national fame and often popular sympathy despite the brutality of their crimes. The James brothers was most active as members of their own gang from about 1866 until 1876. When, as a result of their attempted robbery of a bank in Northfield, Minnesota, several members of the gang were captured or killed. They continued on with their crimes for several more years afterwards, recruiting new members, but came under increasing pressure from law enforcement seeking to bring them to justice. Law enforcement would never get the chance though, because on April 3rd, 1882, Jesse James was shot and killed by Robert Ford, who was a new recruit to the gang who hoped to collect a reward on James's head and a promised amnesty for his previous crimes. Already a celebrity in life, James became a legendary figure of the Wild West after his death. Despite popular portrayals of James as an embodiment of Robin Hood, robbing from the rich and giving to the poor, this is just a case of romantic revisionism, since there is absolutely no evidence that he or his gang shared any loot from their robberies with anyone outside their network. Scholars and historians have characterized James as one of many criminals inspired by the regional insurgencies of ex-Confederates following the Civil War, rather than as a manifestation of alleged economic justice or of frontier lawlessness. Hit follow.